All right, guys, pictures up.
Pictures up.
Pictures up.
Let's roll sound.
Rolling.
Rolling.
Sound speeds.
Camera speeds. 2. Asham. Take 2. Mark.
Set. And action.
Welcome to the Penn Cinema Podcast, your behind-the-curtain connection for movie news and reviews. Now here are your hosts, Penn Ketchum and David Moulton.
Welcome to the show. I'm David Moulton.
And I'm Penn Ketchum. What's up? This is, ladies and gentlemen, this may sound like and look like and smell like and act like a typical show.
Yeah.
But it's not.
No.
This is the first show we've recorded all day.
And that is monumental.
And it's a redemption show.
Right.
We'll get to that later. We're not going to, that's just going to be like a little tease for you. But today is the day, well, actually, today's not the day when it's redemption.
No.
But today is the day that we plan.
We plan the redemption arc.
The redemption arc begins, actually, no, the redemption arc began back when we first screwed it up.
Right.
Right. And now we're like recognizing an opportunity to fix it.
We're just getting close to the end.
Right. Of the arc. Right.
Yeah.
You know, I know you're not a huge Sopranos fan.
Right.
Right. But so I was at a party over the weekend. And that's not, that's totally misleading.
I'm sorry. Are we bragging about things?
No. That's a totally misleading. That's not a true statement at all. I was at my friend's house, and there happened to be some other friends there.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so, anyway, the one guy said he just got into Sopranos because it's such a historic, iconic show, and he said he don't like it.
Oh, it's a different style of it was a style of television that was monumental for the time that it came out.
For the time that it came out.
And if you missed it, you experienced like the type of show that like caused it to be because it was so counterculture. And then you also experienced the reaction of it and the change of the media afterwards.
Gotcha.
And that middle section just doesn't fit.
Yeah.
If you didn't experience it in the moment.
Because I list it when people ask me lifelong all-time favorite shows.
Yeah.
Obviously Seinfeld's top. I have a soft spot for Cheers, you know, and then I'm on to Sopranos.
I feel the same way about The Office.
Oh, and I put The Office up there. Yeah.
See, I feel like a lot of people will argue with me because it's so...
And Reba.
Obviously.
Reba, obviously. iCarly.
Yeah, iCarly, Reba. No, because I feel like The Office was such a change, and if that's not your type of humor and you watch it now, I can see how you could still do it, but like it spawned much better shows.
Yeah.
In Parks and Rec and Community, that's the post change.
Yeah.
That going back and watching, I just find The Office so cringy and it's just
nowadays
difficult to watch.
So the reason why I mentioned The Sopranos,
is
because one of I think the most brilliant scenes, Christopher Moltisanti, played by Michael Imperioli, I think is one of the best characters ever written into television.
Yeah.
And
his scene with spaghetti ravioli?
Yes.
Perfect.
The scene where he's at a barbecue and he's upset because he wants to work with some Hollywood writers writing about the mob life, but his boss, Tony, won't let him. And Christopher is like heartbroken because he doesn't know where his place is. He doesn't know what his story is. And there's this great scene where he's like, what is my arc? Characters get an arc. What is my arc? And I just thought it was like, he had just learned the word arc from these Hollywood story, writers, script. What do you call them? Scribes. And
that's pretty sure that's right.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool, like that he was like lamenting, like, "What's my arc?" I just thought that was really smart writing, and his character holds, is pursuing that. He's always screwing himself, getting in his own way from preventing a good arc.
Right.
So anyway, now we have the opportunity to conclude our arc with a story as old as time, a redemption song, as Bob Marley would say.
Yeah. I mean, previously you had always told me your arc is of the Covenant.
Yes. Well, that goes without saying.
Right.
He wasn't questioning what's Penn's arc.
Yeah, that's true. He was about himself.
Right.
Yeah,
He knows what my arc is. My shit's buried in the sand.
Yeah.
In the back of a Hollywood studio, with Han Solo protecting it. And oh, wait a minute. Sorry.
hold on.
Indiana Jones protecting it.
Exactly.
Imagine if I wasn't in, that's the kind of mistake I would make with like modern movies and not realize that I was like getting the two characters mixed up.
Oh, you mean like thinking that a scene was in Mission Impossible when it was in Indiana Jones?
Right. Exactly. Something like that.
Yeah.
Something crazy. Like, not that anybody would ever
Nobody
do that.
would ever.
No.
Nobody
Mix
would ever.
up two franchises.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
But we'll get to the redemption arc in due time. First off,
in Dune time.
In Dune time. Let's get down to brass tacks.
Shall we?
Yeah. Are you familiar with December 18th, 2025, or 2026, I should say?
I believe that's Doomsday.
It is Doomsday.
Dune Messiah.
Yeah,
the
but-
long-awaited trilogy conclusion, right? The third.
No, it's not. That's the trilogy.
To normal people, it's the trilogy.
No,
to David and
It is
Frodo.
the third movie of the second book in the
Obviously.
second book of the trilogy.
I mean, that goes without saying.
Yeah, so unless they crammed the third book into the movie,
Oh my God, your freaking head would explode.
I
hope
it's
they do.
already tempting.
I hope they
to,
do
like,
with all my might.
rage. You know,
Rage.
It's so hard to be excited for it. Like,
You're
we've been
so
down
righteous.
this road, and they ruined it with the ending of the second movie.
Right.
I don't need to rehash that.
No.
There's hours of me talking about it on here.
Right. Okay, so anyway, why do you bring up December 18th? Because isn't that the day Avengers comes out?
It is the day.
Yeah, that's great.
The Doomsday comes out.
Why are they calling it Doomsday? Because I thought the bad guy was Doomsday.
Yeah, well, because Dune and Doomsday come out.
Don't say it.
Isn't that the same day?
The same day?
Yeah.
Zoinks?
But the term was coined by Tom Holland and Robert Downey Jr.
Doomsday.
Doomsday.
Dune with an N.
Yeah, Doomsday.
So the two stars of Avengers, or from the MCU, coined a phrase to refer to the day that Dune, Messiah, gets released.
As well as Doomsday.
Oh, so it's like a mashup. It's like Barbenheimer.
Like Barbenheimer.
I'm with you now. Okay. Doomsday. I got you. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We're on the same page now.
Yeah, if you want to know about the real apocalyptic thing happening on Doomsday, is the MCU will not have IMAX shows for 3 weeks after the release of Avengers Doomsday.
Yeah. Okay.
Because Dune has exclusive show rights for the first 3 weeks. So people are like, freaking out about it. But it's funny, everyone's freaking out about it, but then the articles are like, it's fine. It'll be fine. 2 movies can come out at the same time and do well.
You want to know my thinking?
What's that?
Something's got to give. I don't believe for a second that we're sitting here on January 20th and we're going to make it to December 18th and you're telling me that Avengers is not going to end up in IMAX. Nah, bro. That's not the way IMAX rolls. That's not the way Disney rolls.
You say that, but did you read or do you know why it's like that?
Because Warner Brothers' long and storied history with IMAX?
Because Dune, Messiah, was filmed completely in IMAX camera.
Yeah.
And that's why why they get the
fair
exclusivity.
Enough. No, I get you. What is an alternative? What could happen?
Well, say there was a local theater owner.
Right.
Right, hypothetically.
Unnamed.
Right,
but their initials are Penn Cinema.
Yeah, their initials are Penn Cinema. And say they were like, I mean, maybe Dune plays the first 3 shows.
Right.
But like,
yeah,
what's going on at 8 o'clock? I mean, Dune's 14 hours long.
And the studios are all super relaxed.
Yeah.
And laid back about like our scheduling flexibility. Like they respect us and value our professional opinions.
Right. So it's what if it's this time that no one's using. We might as well just put 2 shows of Avengers in.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Here's what I was driving at.
Yeah.
There's 0% chance that any theater owners, no matter what their initials are,
are
going to play Avengers if it's not booked in IMAX. because nobody is tighter on the IMAX schedule than Disney, Warner Brothers, and IMAX. Those are like the three toughest scheduling studios you can have. Well, that's not really true because sometimes the smaller guys get chips on their shoulders. So like I've gotten calls from small studios being like, "Oh, your schedule looks a little weak. You forgot my show on Friday."
Yeah, but at the same time, they're already acknowledging, like the studios are already acknowledging this.
Here's what I think is going to happen.
Like the stars are talking about it.
No, I get it. I know. I 100% agree and understand.
Like if they weren't talking about it, I'd be like, "Oh, you're probably right." But like,
no, I predict. And I hope I'm right, because I'm going to be pissed if Dune stays in IMAX and we open Avengers without an IMAX screen. That's just the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I predict that Dune gets pushed or pulled. Dune becomes a Thanksgiving release or a Christmas Day release or a January release. Because they are projecting Avengers to open with $250 million.
Yeah.
That's a big weekend, David.
That's
even more than Housemaid made.
But you know what they say? More money, more problems.
All right, here's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
And I don't care, Warner Brothers is listening, whatever, this is the deal. If nothing changes, Dune will have an IMAX screen and one screen in the main building, and all our capacity will be in IMAX. Dune will play in Theater 10, which is a beautiful theater for a movie like Dune because it has no neighbors, it has no sound bleed between the auditoriums, and then IMAX or Avengers will play on every other screen.
The better comeback would have been, but more money, more jiggy.
Speaking of jiggy.
But here's the bigger question.
Talk to me.
December 18th, what day of the week is that?
Isn't that a Friday?
Probably. What am I going to do? If I want to see both these movies on opening day, I got to take the day off.
You got to take the day off. Because you know they're both going to be 3 hours.
Yeah. That is the whole day.
Yeah.
It's tough life, Ben.
Bruh, it ain't easy.
Yeah. You want to do this next one?
It ain't easy. So the next bullet, I'm surprised you were willing to put this in there because you usually like to put bad news in. You're like the king of like, womp womp.
I don't know that this is this is a mixed bag.
Okay, well, I'll read this story, and then we'll talk about why it's a mixed bag. I read it as nothing but good news. A little backstory. We know that Netflix is making a bid to buy Warner Brothers.
Yes.
Okay. Netflix's Ted Sarandos says that they will stick to Warner Brothers' current 45-day theatrical window.
I mean, for their current contracts? I don't know if I believe them past that. Just to say, but that's not all.
Okay, and then in an unrelated story.
No, it's similarly related.
It's the only thing related is that it's more Netflix news. In an unrelated story, Netflix lands a pay-one global deal with Sony for an industry first. This historic deal will see Sony get give exclusive streaming rights to Netflix after the Sony films complete their time on a full theatrical and entertainment windows. How's that anything but good news?
Well, it could also push a lot more pressure to bring it to streaming faster.
Why?
Because Sony wants the movie. It also might mean that there might be a change in Netflix's structure to have pay per movie instead of just monthly subscription.
I don't know anything about that. I mean, I wouldn't want to speculate.
So basically, what this is saying is, as soon as the movie is out of theaters, it doesn't go anywhere else. It goes to Netflix,
right?
And then they have exclusive. The pay one is like there's another window of time that Netflix has exclusivity to the Sony stuff before then it would eventually potentially get filtered out.
So you know what I read between the lines? The reason why I think this is good news, first of all, 45-day window is perfect. Like, that's great. But what I read between the lines is this is Netflix trying to indicate to the theatrical community, to the exhibition industry, that they are not going to walk away from the theatrical model. You disagree?
I'm not saying that you're wrong, because I think that's.
But you're not right.
I think that's what they're saying, but I also feel like they're not fully telling the truth. You know what I mean? Like they're saying the right things to legally cover themselves for the trouble that if they didn't say this, but at the same time, once the purchase is made, there are contracts, and once those contracts are done, they can do whatever they want.
We'll see.
So, the Sony thing will probably not see that fully enacted until 2029. It'll take that long for...
Are we even still going to be here in 2029?
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know either. I hope so.
I'm going to go home after this.
A couple nights ago, you slid right through a red light.
That's true.
That could have been the end of you.
Could have been. Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. All right, well, that's it for all the news this week, unless I'm missing something, but I don't think I am.
That's pretty much it. Whoa. You just landed
Did the
plane.
double-double.
Yeah.
Yeah, did the double-double. David, this week we have 7 trailers, excuse me, and I think they're all pretty good. I don't think there was a bad trailer on there. There were some that were better than others.
Yeah, I don't think there was a bad trailer.
There were no throwaways.
No, I'll give you that.
Yeah, there was one that was, well, the summary says in theaters and on demand and on digital February 20th. So that makes me feel unexcited about this movie. But let's just start there because that's the worst of the bunch. The Dreadful?
Yeah.
What's that about?
Tell me.
Did you watch it?
I did watch it.
Do you remember anything about it?
I feel like once you start talking about it, it'll come right back to me.
Okay, same here.
Did you watch it?
I did watch it. I do not remember anything about it.
Is it about Vikings?
Yes, that's what it is. It's Vikings, but they're like a monster.
No.
It's like more than just a bad Viking.
No, it's Sophie Turner and Kit Haring.
Yes, the kid from Game of Thrones.
They're both from Game of Thrones.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
They played siblings in Game of Thrones.
Okay.
And now they're kissing. Yeah, Sophie Turner's a widow.
Okay.
And Kit Haring is the neighbor that likes her.
Right.
And
she's like, you shouldn't be in my house. It's not right for a woman in my position to be talking to a man like you.
Right.
Right.
She's not over her husband.
Right.
But then I'm not sure if it's her mother or her mother-in-law or just another old hag that she's staying with while her husband's away.
Chicka chicka wow wow.
And no, because then that lady decides to kill a man for his money.
Yeah.
And
what better reason could there possibly be to kill a man?
I've always said that.
I've often thought about killing you for your money.
Well, get in line. Get in line. Red light couldn't even do it.
Right.
And then it just becomes a psychological thing. I don't know that there necessarily is demons or whatever, but the lady is definitely messing with her psychologically.
Okay.
And then there's people in night outfits and stuff.
Yeah, night outfits. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, armor, I think they would call it.
All right, you want to lead us through? I did not see Avengers Doomsday teaser 4.
Say what?
What?
This is the worst one.
Ah, perfect.
Yeah, and the most skippable one. It has, it shows some, how can I think of their names? Atlanteans, and it shows Wakandans, and they're all like, oh, bad things are happening. And then Shuri, the current Black Panther, and M'Baku meet the Thing in the desert, and then they say some sort of quip about where they're from, and everyone's like, wow, Avengers Doomsday's coming.
Everybody's like, wow.
Yeah. Wow. It's honestly, it's so poor, in my opinion, compared to the other ones, that it's almost like, why did they even do it?
Yeah.
Like, why?
Yeah, it's unfortunate the weakest one would be the last one.
Right.
Because it leaves you with a little bit of a sour taste in your mouth.
At the same time, maybe they thought by 4 weeks out, not as many people would be seeing Avatar.
Could be.
So play it then. If they would have played this one earlier, I think it would have gotten a lot of like,
Yeah.
but
Next up is my trailer of the week, The Bride.
yeah.
This is not exactly my type of movie. It's a gothic crime movie. That's how they branded it. It's directed by Maggie Gyllenhaal, who I've always liked, but I don't know if I've ever seen a movie she's made or not. But this looks really engaging. It has sort of a very what was that movie? Oh shoot, I'm blanking on it. The guy comes up from hell, but he's a likable bad guy. It's all red. It's
Hellboy.
like Hellboy. Yeah, it reminds me a little. It has that sort of sense, that artistic flavor to it. A little bit more colorful, black and white. Very artistic.
Christian Bale plays Frankenstein.
Check out this cast. Jessie Buckley is the bride, right? Christian Bale plays, as you said, Frankenstein. Peter Sarsgaard, Annette Bening, Jake Gyllenhaal, and Penelope Cruz. Come on.
It looks all right.
You're not buying it? I was excited. I watched it twice.
Really?
Yeah.
I
I saw it in front of a movie that I watched, and then when we were doing trailers, I was excited to watch it again.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It really didn't
do anything?
Didn't really. I thought it was interesting.
Did you see it in front of No Other Choice?
No, I walked in at the end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's the kind of trailer that is more powerful in the movie theater.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see the colors popping better
Yeah.
than they did on,
Yeah.
not full screen. Next up, we have The Mummy, which is a Blumhouse movie, and I think this is a continuation of their version of the classic monster movies, to which I'm kind of on board for, because The Invisible Man was really good. Although I didn't see Wolfman. That came out, right?
I didn't see it either.
So I don't know.
This looks scary as hell. This
It
looks
does.
like hardcore. Not, you know what I'm saying? It looks like
scary.
a real scary movie
For us.
for a couple marshmallows like me and David.
Yeah. No, but the thing, I guess what Penn's trying to say is it doesn't look like a schlock movie that's also kind of horror. It looks like a horror movie that happens to be about the mummy.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And I guess the mummy's a little girl?
There's a great and there's a great tagline on the trailer. I think is really well done, and there's this great sort of quote that's revealed in print on the trailer that says, "What happened to Katie?" And I thought that was so perfect because the trailer is so gritty and dark and bloody and awful, and the name Katie is like so sweet and innocent, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's just it's a great almost like juxtaposition.
Big words.
Yeah, look that up. It's a word. I'm pretty sure it's a word.
It
I'm
is.
almost positive.
Yeah.
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 And it's like the position you're in when you're juxed,
Yeah.
you know. And
Yeah.
they're
Position.
Yeah, they're for sure juxed.
Exactly.
Exactly.
We're
my
entomologists.
friend. Yes, entomologists and grammar students. All right, Crime 101 let me guess, is this your trailer of the week?
It is,
Yeah.
only because I really didn't really care for
The other ones.
None of them really stuck out as spectacular to me, and this is the one I think I'd want to see the most.
This movie, yeah, I would agree with that. This is the movie I'm most
Avengers aside.
This is the movie I'm most excited to see.
Yeah.
It stars Crims Hesworth.
Crims Hesworth?
Yep. Mark Buffalo Ruffalo. Halle Berry,
Yeah.
who delivers the best line of the trailer when she says, "Life is too short to drive a boring car."
And Barry Keoghan.
And last but not least, the one I was saving for last
Yeah.
is Barry Keoghan. The reason why I mention him is because he looks pretty freaking great in this movie.
Yeah.
All his previous roles, he was on Salt Lick, or what was that one?
Was The Flash?
He was the Flash.
Yeah.
Was he? Yeah, I guess you're right. This guy looks pretty badass though. He looks like a different, he does not, you know how frequently we're like, oh, well,
He went to prison. I think,
we're like, so-and-so is playing himself again. You know, like we say like, oh, there's Adam Sandler being Adam Sandler. This looks like Barry Keoghan is really like stretching in a good way.
Or maybe he just picked up the scars in prison.
Did he really go to prison?
Yeah.
The actor.
Yeah, he broke into like people's houses and stuff.
Well, that's not
He went a
cool.
little crazy.
That's not cool, bruh.
He went crazy.
I don't like people breaking into my house.
Maybe he didn't. He was in jail. I don't know if he went to prison, but but he was
What's
arrested.
the difference? I mean, I know the difference.
Well, he was arrested, and I don't know if it was like a sentenced to X amount of time, or he just stayed in prison till a hearing.
Jail usually refers to like the local municipality.
Right. I know
Prison
that
return.
you were in the industry.
I was, yes.
Yeah.
I'm a huge corrections veteran.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did
You
my
served
time
the
in
trenches.
prison. Yep.
Yeah.
I can smell it. When you think back on my days in the joint.
Which I'm always thinking about your days in the joint.
Right. I wonder if anybody that I worked with back then listens
now.
to this show. Come on, podcast@penncinema.com.
Yeah.
Hit me up.
Yeah, let us know. If you're one of our listener, let us know.
One of Kayla's friends works in the county.
Oh,
I don't want to say who.
okay.
But she works in the county for the HR department. And she said every now and then she comes across like old memos and documents with my name on it and stuff. It's pretty funny. All right, so Crime 101. Next up, we have Mercy. I'll let you do the last one. Mercy comes out this weekend. I didn't watch a trailer because I feel like I've already watched it 100 times.
Somehow I missed it and then saw it in the theater this week.
Yeah.
For the first time.
What do you think? I mean, are you...
I think it looks like Netflix schlop, and I'm surprised it's in the theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is an example of a movie that's going to be fine.
Yeah, it'll be.
You know, it's gonna make $10 million or $5 million or something like that. It's gonna be great. But this is I'm not gonna complain about it because I'm glad that it's getting a theatrical release because this is the kind of movie that a different studio would just put online.
Yes.
And then I would complain, oh, this could have been a movie in January. It could have been $5 million.
Yeah.
You know. So here we are. It's in January. It's getting a good theatrical release. I'm playing it in 3D. I'm playing it in IMAX 3D. Like, come on out. It's going to be a fun ride, an hour and a half.
Yeah.
It's a short movie. So I think it looks fine, but I do agree with your general assessment.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look horrible. It's Chris Pratt and
Rebecca Ferguson.
who
I love.
Yeah. But it's barely even looks like if you were supposed to, I mean, she's playing an AI character.
Right.
To such a good degree that if
That
you
it
would
could
have
be an AI
told me
character.
that it was
Right.
an AI version of her, I would believe it.
Right.
It looks that stiff. And it's basically Minority Report,
Yes.
where AI is given the judicial right to sentence you to death if it is convinced that you committed a crime, at that point you have 90 minutes to convince the computer that you didn't commit the crime or you die. And then Chris Pratt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, is he's a cop, but then somehow he gets convicted of killing his wife or something.
Right.
And he's like, hold up, rewind, let me prove
Yeah.
that I'm innocent,
Right.
Miss Computer Lady.
Yeah.
And that's the story.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he will, and that his partner probably framed him.
Right. Or his wife framed him, or his wife's not really dead, or something.
Or the chief. He was getting too close to the truth, Penn.
And if it weren't for you kids, he would have gone away with it.
Exactly. Exactly. Last up, we have. All right, this is one that I almost didn't put on here, and then I was like, it's getting some buzz, and I watched. Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a different type of love story, and there are all these accolades on it. I don't know if it'll deserve the accolades or not. I think it looks like an interesting drama that will probably go against your expectations.
I think this movie looks great.
Yeah.
I have one burning problem with it.
So the idea is that there's a very mild-mannered man, and he meets a very high-octane alpha man, and becomes his sub, basically. And basically the life of their sub. Now, I was uncomfortable at the beginning because I thought, oh, this is going to be about like an abusive relationship.
That's not it.
But then they very clearly make it out to be that it's not an abusive relationship and that they actually care about each other. And this is just the way that they express their emotions together. And I think that it's painted as a very like serious, but also like optimistic look at different forms of love.
And by different, you mean gay?
No, I mean, I was more referring to like the dom sub stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my one problem with it is that they lean heavily on the word. It's romantic. It's the love story of the year. It's all this kind of stuff. But they also lean on like the most unlikely love story you could ever. And the way I took that, which might have been incorrect, was that it was unlikely because it was two guys. But I felt like, aren't we past that nowadays? Like, like who cares?
I don't think it's that. I think it's more.
It's the dom sub thing.
It's the dom sub thing and how it's not abusive.
Yeah.
Or it's not supposed to be abusive in this particular situation.
What do you think about the scene where the kid's mom says to the alpha guy, like, I don't care how you talk to my son, and the guy's like, it's not for you to like.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's one of those things that's supposed to push your buttons.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think it's effective. There's also part of me that's like, like every relationship's a give and take, like cool jets, like for like half an hour.
I think I'll watch this movie. Like, I think it looks good.
I think it looks good too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so my trailer of the week is The Bride or Crime 101. My trailer of the week is The Bride with honorable mention Crime 101.
Right. And my trailer of the week is Crime 101 with honorable mention Pillion. Pillion will be the better movie.
What's the best movie on here? Avengers? Nah.
I almost feel like Avengers needs to be taken out of the running for everything.
Right. It's on another level.
I think the best movie on here, if you talk like movie, it's probably going to be Pillion.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
Although I think Bride is going to be pretty great. I think I have a lot. I don't know. You ever do this? So I tell you, I love Maggie Gyllenhaal. I have a lot of respect for her. And then you ask me why. And I don't know.
She's done stuff in the past that we've seen on the show. I know.
Yeah. No, as an actress.
Like her as an actress.
Has she directed stuff we've seen?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, anyway, that's the trailers.
I'm familiar with her as a director, but I can't tell at the same time.
Gotcha.
I can't tell you what it is I've seen that was hers.
Podcast at pencinema.com if you've ever seen a Maggie Gyllenhaal movie, and what was it? You caught me. That was so nice.
So you didn't even know it was coming.
I did not. He just slipped it. Oh, it's so like cozy and like refreshing. I could feel it.
I surprised you with some relaxation.
Yes, that's such a treat. Thank you, David. Bam. Slap
you across the street face.
Just straight.
All right. This week we're going to take a quick look ahead. You want to do that first?
Sure.
All right. We're going to look ahead before our review.
When you say look ahead, we're basically sort of saying, okay, it's January 20th. We're staring down the barrel of a new year.
Right.
Marley's fixing to turn 27 years old.
27?
Kayla is fixing to turn 24. Isn't any better. Unacceptable.
Yeah.
Which is weird because you and I are still like what? You're 30 and I'm 42 or something like that.
Yeah, I think that's what it turned.
Yeah, that's where we're at.
I stopped keeping track because we were so young. It was
right.
Like,
who cares?
Who cares?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So anyway, so we're looking ahead to 2026. And so we'll start off at the most macro level.
Yeah.
2025, I don't know exactly where the dust settled and it landed after they got done counting all the last beans, but 2025 was $8.9 billion box office.
Whoa.
Domestic box office. Pretty great.
That's good.
That's an uptick from 2024.
Yeah.
Good number. The bean counters are projecting a significant increase. They're projecting 2026 to finish off at $9.2 billion.
We got big movies this year.
That's some big movies.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's not quite, is that 10%? Yeah, not quite 10%. 7 or 8% increase.
I could probably tell you if I paid attention when you said the number.
Yeah.
But
I could tell you if I had it written down like right in front of me on my notes.
Yeah.
Which I do. Biggest movie. So how do you want to tackle this?
All right.
You want me to just run through chronologically?
Let's run through chronologically, and then let's us pick what we think the top 3
grossing, not the best 3.
Top 3, and then we can each say our
favorite. Okay, just some headlines for the coming year. In March, we have a kids movie coming out called Hoppers.
Oh yeah, that's
going to be big
for kids.
We also in March, specific to Lidditz. So forgive me for those of you who are not local to the Lidditz area, but our friends at Sight and Sound are releasing A Great Awakening, which is going to be off the charts.
Yeah.
Off the charts good and off the charts big. That's on Easter. That happens to be April 3rd, I think, which is the same day as a little movie called Super Mario Brothers. Is it 2 or 3 or whatever it is?
Super Mario Galaxy.
Yeah.
The movie.
Yeah. And that's going to be huge.
Yeah.
I think that's going to compete for one of the biggest movies of the
yeah.
year. Then we have, this is not a big movie, but I want to note that in April we have the Michael Jackson movie called Michael, which I'm excited about. In June, we have Toy Story 5. Are you kidding me? Now, July, I predict, will be the biggest July in the history of cinema.
Why is that?
July 1st, Minions. July 10th, live-action Moana. July 17th, Christopher Nolan, The Odyssey. July 31st, Spider-Man.
Which, speaking of, if rumors prove true, the first Spider-Man trailer comes out tomorrow.
Yeah. I also forgot to mention in there in the spring, Mandalorian. What's that? Mandalorian Gano?
Mandalorian and Grogu.
And Grogu.
Grogu.
Like I said. Is that a yogurt? Is that a type of
Watch
yogurt?
the show. It's like you didn't even watch the show.
So, what do you think about my statement? Minions, Moana, Odyssey, and Spider-Man. Spider-Man is the first of another trilogy.
Is it?
That's what Box Office Mojo said.
Okay.
And that's those 4 titles alone are in July, with the holdovers of Toy Story, Michael. What's the other one that I just threw? Oh, Mandalorian.
Yeah.
I think those all add up to a record-setting July.
Oh, yeah. I think come July, you're going to be like, I don't have enough screens.
Right. Absolutely.
Earlier this year, you were like, I got too many.
Right.
Yeah.
I 1,000% agree with you.
Yeah.
I'm going to be really glad that I didn't do any of the brilliant ideas that I planned. Right. Now, I know this one, you're not the market, but in August, we have Paw Patrol.
Please.
That's going to be...
I am the market.
You are the perfect...
I am the only market for that.
November, we have Fockers. They're back. And then I think Christmas, or I should say the month of December, are you kidding me? We have Jumanji. Oh, I forgot to say in November for Thanksgiving, the other Thanksgiving movie we have is Hexed.
Well, I don't know what that one is.
It's a Disney, yeah, you do. We talked about it.
Really?
I think so. Anyway, it's Hexed.
Okay.
In December, Jumanji, Avengers, Dune, and Angry Birds.
Wow.
July and December, I think, are each have the right ingredients. So we'll just say that. Each have the right ingredients for record-setting months.
Yeah, as compared to the last couple of years where it's been like one big movie.
Right. This is
like...
On both of those months, that's 4 weeks in a row of boom.
Boom. So what do you think are the big 3? Because I think I have opinion.
I'm going to go number 1. This is just by gross.
Right.
I'm going to go Avengers, Spider-Man, Odyssey. I could be talked into Spider-Man, Avengers, Odyssey.
I think...
No. It's Avengers.
I think Avengers is top.
Yeah. Okay. So we're in agreement. Right. Top is Avengers.
But I think Mario's too.
Yeah. You might be right.
I think Mario's too.
Yep.
And then it's either Spider-Man or Odyssey after that. Well, no, Dune could... I can't remember how well Dune 2 did, but I will say that people seem to be talking about Dune.
Listen,
3.
Dune is going to be a huge movie. And so is Angry Birds, and so is Jumanji, and so is Moana.
You're right, Spider-Man.
So is Minions. But I think it's Avengers, Super Mario, and I think Spider-Man and Odyssey are going to be close.
Yeah.
And then it's Dune.
Here's the thing with Odyssey. I think I'm excited for it. You're excited for it. You're right. A lot of people are excited for it, but I think it could very well fall way of Tenet.
No.
Where it's a lot of hype and then the draw isn't there. I'm just saying.
The material on this is 1,000 times, the IP is 1,000 times better than Tenet.
True.
And I agree with what you're saying in the sense that like 90% of the population at least likes Spider-Man and knows Spider-Man.
Right.
What percentage knows Christopher Nolan? 10?
They know Batman.
They know Batman. Do they know that Christopher Nolan made the Dark Knight trilogy?
It's been long enough that the young moviegoers are no longer the people that the Dark Knight was effectively targeting. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like those are the old Batman movies to them.
Right.
You know?
Oh my God.
I'm just saying.
If you are obsessed with the Odyssey, for example, and let's just say like you're obsessed with the Odyssey and you're a triathlon coach.
Yeah.
Like that niche, that segment of the population that's out there.
First off, if you're obsessed with the Odyssey and
Right.
you're a triathlete coach,
Right.
how come you haven't talked to me about listening to Epic?
Right.
Because I recommended it,
Yeah.
and then two daughters of a certain podcaster
Yeah.
never told me that they listened to it.
Ah.
Well, maybe Kayla said that she did. I mean,
Yeah.
if that was one of their
Yeah.
names. But like, I would have expected both of these people of exquisite critique,
Taste.
yeah, would
You know that I'm not a coach, right?
really. I know, but also,
yeah.
yeah. But I know. I
Yeah,
switched
you're
it
making
to
the connection. Okay.
to the children
Gotcha, yeah.
of a unknown,
Right.
unnamed podcast host.
Right.
Right. That they would be into Epic, the musical, because it's amazing.
You're
and
talking
it's,
about Jason Bateman, right?
clearly.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you see that podcasts were included in the Golden Globes for the first time?
No.
And when do we get our shot? We should nominate ourselves.
There is a podcast. Yeah.
It was the first time that the Golden Globes gave a Golden Globe for the best podcast, and it went to Amy Poehler
Yeah.
for a good hang.
The thing is we didn't even get an invite.
That's what I'm saying. What the fuck?
Yeah. We could have won.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
All right, so what are we talking about? So we're saying Avengers, Mario, Spider-Man, and Odyssey's right there with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I mean, the other problem that Odyssey has is that now Odyssey does have 2 weeks by itself in IMAX.
So what do you think? So what's your most? What do you
For me?
for what we just talked about? What's the movie you want to see the most?
Odyssey.
I mean,
It's easy.
it's Spider-Man. Like I don't even know anything about it, and I'm already like, that's the thing I'm most hyped for.
Spider-Man is a close second for me.
Yeah, this is my boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Odyssey, Spider-Man in that order.
Odyssey, it'd probably be Spider-Man, Odyssey, and then Doomsday for me, in that order of like what I'm anticipating. Yeah. And I think it's mostly if they all came out in the same month. I mean, hypothetically, if they all came out in the same month, that order might move around.
All right.
But Doomsday is so far away that
Right.
it doesn't even feel real yet.
Right. All right. Riddle me this. Of all the titles that we've been chit-chatting about just now, which do you think is the biggest risk of sucking, either financially or quality-wise?
Angry Birds.
Angry Birds. I think I agree with that, but
people will see it just because of the name.
what I'm going to say about risk is it going to be good or not? I think Toy Story 5 is going to do huge numbers just because people love Toy Story.
Yeah.
It better be good. I think there's an outside chance
that it's not.
Like, ooh, that's going to be sad. It's going to depress me if Toy Story isn't what we all hope it's going to be. Like, bring the good shit.
Yeah. Good point.
Okay. All right. That's our look ahead.
Let's move on to our movie review. This week we stepped outside the box and we saw No Other Choice.
Why do you say stepped outside the box?
Because it was a foreign film.
It was a foreign film.
And it wasn't,
we got our pinkies out.
It wasn't English.
We got our pinkies out and put on our sweater vests and brought our pipes and our spectacles.
Yeah. I wore 2 spectacles, almost like they were glasses. Yeah.
That's like the reverse of the old joke I used to tell my nephew about the dog across the street from me. I used to tell my nephew, you know what's crazy about that dog over there? I mean, it's not that crazy, but what's crazy about it is it's a 2-headed dog. But what's really crazy, it's a 2-headed dog that only has 1 head. What? That kid stared at that window for 10 minutes trying to process what I told him.
I can't wait for later in his life. He's like, my uncle used to have this neighbor who had a 2-headed dog. I know it's true. He wouldn't have lied to me.
No, I know. It's wild because,
Yeah.
there's lots of two-headed dogs. But
It
how
can
many
happen.
times have you seen a two-headed dog that only had one head?
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I don't know how it happened.
That's like you with your spectacle, but it had two of them.
I had 2 of them.
Yeah.
Penn,
David.
no other choice.
Yes.
What was this movie about? Without looking at your phone.
No, I'm not looking at my phone. I'm pulling something up that I'm going to refer to in a minute when we get a little bit more into it. But this film was about a guy who had no other choice.
Amazing.
It was a Korean guy. You're trying to suss out whether or not I've seen it. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. I think we should give a synopsis for the
Okay,
audience.
I did see it.
Yeah.
Okay, I did watch it. Almost all of it.
What?
And No Other Choice is a Korean guy who loses his job at the paper factory.
Yeah.
And paper is his life, bruh.
I think, yes. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then he somehow gets it in his head that the only way he's going to get this new job, he has to sell his house. His wife has to take up being a dental hygienist, which I don't understand what's wrong with that, but blah, blah, blah. He's got an autistic daughter who's a cello savant or something. Mm-hmm. And he's got a boy who seems average. They all drive Kias. He tries to drop a plant on some guy's head, but then he chickens out and buys it from the old lady and names his paper company, his fictitious paper company, after the red pepper plant. Then he decides, in order to eliminate the competition, he has to kill all the guys that would be good candidates for the job. He bungles his way through the first guy, and the first guy's wife ends up shooting him because she was cheating on him. So somehow she was cheating on him, but she was mad at him for not telling her that he had found out. So somehow it was his fault, which I didn't follow.
That wasn't the bigger issue. Was that he wasn't listening to her.
Right.
Yeah. So we can get into it. So this movie is a statement on and this is the biggest gap for an American audience. And I don't think that it's that far of a gap with how things have progressed over time. But because our work culture is we think it's very strong and business minded instead of worker minded, but in Asian countries it's very much like, in some of them, your job is like your life,
your identity. It's
who you are, and in a lot of cases, and this is one kind of highlighted here, is some of these people that get into a speciality early in life. It is all that they can ever see themselves doing, even when it's no longer a real option. It's like they'll let themselves fall apart rather than try something new. Yeah, because they don't know how to accept something else.
David, one of the interesting things that I wanted to look up is that this film is currently sitting with a 97% fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. That's the critics' score.
Yeah.
And the audience gives it 95% fresh.
Yeah. Now, you said you saw most of it. Is because you took breaks or because you left?
I thought this movie was so bad, I was bored and I left. About an hour and 10 minutes into it.
What? How many kills did he get?
After the wife killed her husband for not talking to her or whatever.
Oh, well then you missed all the exciting plot.
Well, they took too long to get to it. I got bored and I left.
Wow. I'm sorry that dramas are hard for you, Penn.
Listen, what was my favorite movie of 2025?
I don't even remember.
A drama called Song Song Blue.
Oh, yeah, but that was all singing and dancing.
There was some singing and dancing.
This movie was great. It is long and it's slow, but it does really highlight the pressure on and the duality of him wanting to take care of his family while also thinking that the only thing he can do is a paper company. And it's kind of it's almost painted in a little bit of a lighthearted sense, even though it's a very serious matter. Like when he's doing things, he goes to kill the one guy who is very much a foil for him, a complete foil for him, and what he could become. And the guy just like refuses to change. And the wife is like giving there's even points where right after it, the wife says almost the exact same things that he heard this guy, and he winds up repeating the same thing the guy says. And it doesn't, it's not the exact same conversation. So the wife gets curious. It's like, what are you talking about? But
I saw that scene.
okay.
The funniest part of that scene was when he came time to shoot him. I was like, oh, that's smart. He's wearing an oven mitt over his gun to act like a silencer. But he pulls the oven mitt off and he's got another oven mitt on.
Yeah.
So he pulls that oven mitt off and he's got something else wrapped around it. He pulls that off and he's got a bag over it. He pulls the bag off, he's got gloves on.
Yeah, and then the gun's covered in saran wrap.
Yeah, it's just
and it's clear that he was struggling with the idea of doing it, and then the wife kills the guy by accident, and at that point,
no, she kills him dead with two. But he's laying on the ground, having been shot in the heart, in the shoulder, and she puts another bullet in him, and then he dies, and then she goes, "That's it, you're gonna die. 2 bullets is enough to kill you."
But she shot him, but it's given off in like she was mad, she shot him, but not like a premeditated like murder type thing.
No, I'm not saying
but
it
she
was
wasn't
murder.
sorry about it.
Right.
Yeah, and so now she's covering it too, but he gets more and more like accepting of it, and then there's the whole thing where his son sees one of the bodies that he's got hidden away, and then his wife finds out about it and digs up one of the bodies, but then she has to decide whether or not to like support him, or he doesn't know that she knows, but what, that kind of thing. And then
did they play that shitty little soundtrack the whole time, all the way through to the end?
What?
With the little piano dinky doinky for.
Oh,
okay.
It's a very Korean film type of soundtrack. This was made by the same guy who did Old Boy, and I don't know if he did Sympathy for Lady Vengeance or the other one as well, but he did Old Boy.
Yeah.
And one of the ways that it subverted expectations is it wasn't as violent, and it definitely wasn't bloody like his other movies. And afterwards, I wanted to call up Ryan Johnson and tell him how much of a hack he was, and this is how it should have been done. That's how you subvert expectations.
Dog.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't like it. I gave it a 1 star on my Letterboxd.
You didn't finish it though, so I don't think it counts. I don't think you should be able to give it a star review if you didn't finish it.
If memory serves, I've only ever walked out of one movie here at this theater before in 20 years.
Yeah.
Paranormal Activity. So I feel pretty strongly that this was not a great movie.
Well, it must be doing well enough because it's its 3rd weekend here, right?
Negative.
Second
It's
week?
been out for 1 week, and on its 2nd week, it's going to hold for a show a day. Just because I'm a good guy.
Guy like that. I don't know if I necessarily say that I would highly recommend it, but I would say here we are 3 weeks in, and it's my movie of the year, only because there's nothing else to compare it to.
I will concede 1 point.
Yeah.
The 1 point I will concede is that my watching conditions this morning were the opposite of ideal. I had a lot on my mind. I had a lot to do. Yesterday was a holiday, so all the studios were closed, so I had a lot going on. And I feel like if I had watched it on a day when I didn't have like this massive cloud, not cloud, that sounds negative, but this massive to-do list like hanging over my head,
Right.
that I was really focused on, I might have been able to relax and open up and enjoy the movie more. Maybe I would have been in a better position to receive it.
Right. I'm not going to say that you're wrong about it feeling long. There were sections of the movie where it was really tempting to just check the time.
And the other,
phone.
the other very slight problem I had with it, and this is not a major problem.
That it wasn't in English, is that?
No. I'm cool with subtitles. I like subtitles. My other minor problem with it is that the premise is based on what?
A book.
The guy believing that he needs to kill a bunch of people so that he can get this job, which is a middle management, basically Michael Scott's job at the paper company.
Yeah. He's not selling paper, he's producing it.
I understand. I was there. I saw.
Yeah.
I know that I heard the whole thing about, this paper has fed our family for 25 years. The paycheck that we get is printed on the paper that we make. And
Right. Yeah.
so on and so forth. Podcast at Penn Cinema. If you saw this movie and have an interesting opinion about it.
This is from a guy who broke out of the system and was like, maybe I'll just work for myself.
Yeah. What's up?
Who's forgotten
Oh, God.
the monotonous day-to-day rigors of everyday
Yes,
work life.
you're right.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm up in that tower.
Yeah. It's hard to remember what it was like.
What it was like back when I had to work.
Yeah.
That was awful.
Yeah. I know how it is. I've seen
Yeah.
your chair.
Oh, yeah. It ain't easy.
Throne.
Right, throne.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Well, I'm going to give it best movie I've ever seen.
Oh, my God. I'm going to give it the worst movie of all time.
All right. Well, next week, our redemption arc.
Our redemption arc. Yes.
Yes.
Walk us through this. Thank
Some
God.
people might remember a movie that's been critically acclaimed,
People love this movie.
and we were like, oh, we're definitely going to see it.
Right.
And then both of us were like
Chickened out.
and we didn't see it. And that's Hamnet. And it's back. Tell me what's up. Why is it back? Is it that popular?
I wanted to, when we got rid of Hamnet is from our friends at Focus Features. My guy that I work with there is really good to work with. He's terrific, and we always have a great relationship. But I wanted to hold Hamnet into December with, as you may recall, we had a lot of content in December.
Yeah.
We had Avatar, Zootopia was still holding over, Wicked was still holding over. We had SpongeBob opening, we had Wake Up Dead Man, we had a lot of content around Christmas. And so I said, it got to I forget what week it was, might have been week 3 or 4. And I said, okay, I'm going to hold Hamnet in Lidditz for, a couple shows a day. And they were like, nah. They were like, no, it has to hold clean.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was a problem. Actually, no, you know what it was? It was, okay, everything I said is true, but the specific issue was around Stranger Things. I wanted to come off of Hamnet for a few days so I could do New Year's Eve and then New Year's Day with all those shows of SpongeBob, with Stranger Things. And they were like, no, you have to keep playing it, and so then I was like, well, then I'm coming off it. So we came off of it, and now, in advance of awards season, Hamnet Focus Features is re-releasing Hamnet to a variety of theaters a lot of theaters around the country. I would imagine wherever you're listening to this podcast, there's probably a theater near you that's playing Hamnet this week. Bringing it back is how we say it in the business. So Hamnet is coming back, and I'm thrilled to be bringing it back. I didn't want to get rid of it, but it wasn't really working out. They had a policy that I couldn't really work around. But anyway, yeah. So I mean, I forget why you and I chickened out. I think it's a pretty dark movie, right?
Yeah.
Is it? It's not funny.
I don't know. It's supposed to be good.
Yeah.
But we're not going to chicken out.
No, we are
time.
definitely not, because otherwise our redemption arc would suck.
Yeah. And we're going to watch the whole movie, right?
Right. Yes, we are committed to watching.
Good or bad.
Right. Absolutely, we are.
Good
right.
or bad.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
David's giving me the stink eye, like my dad used to give me.
Yeah. It's not that I'm mad.
Right.
I'm just disappointed.
You're not going to spend this money on cigarettes, are you?
Are you?
Right. No way, man. I would never.
Yeah. You guys are going to go camping, but you're going to stay in separate tents, right?
Absolutely.
Right?
We are. Yes, correct.
All right. Well, if you want to let us know what you thought of Hamnet, or if you saw No Other Choice, want to let us know what you thought. Podcast at
PennCinema.com. And I think that we have some listeners. Oh, shoot. Forgive me. I want to say, was it Nick Landis playing already? Hamnet was his #1 movie of the year, right?
It was, yeah.
I mean, sorry, Nick,
there.
if that's wrong, but it's either you or somebody else that wrote in, and Hamnet was, I think, like their #1.
Somebody asked me, is that guy that's a pilot? And I was like, no, he's not really a pilot.
No.
All right, let's move on to listener feedback, questions, comments, so forth and so on. These people wrote into podcast at PennCinema.com. We're going to open with an apology, so a back step on a redemption arc.
Yeah.
This fine gentleman wrote in.
One of our favorites.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say that. Like, he was probably the first person to write into our request,
right?
And the first one we missed.
The first one we ignored.
Yeah. And Goonies Jason wrote in with his top 5, but he also gave his bottom 5 for 2025. So number 5, The Rule of Jenny Penn, Zootopia 2, Sisu Road to Revenge, Eternity, and The Amateur is number 1.
Oh, The Amateur was good.
Yeah, The Amateur is one of the few movies that came out last year that I watched at home as well.
What's his name? Rami
Malek.
Rami Malek.
Yeah. Then his bottom 5, and he saw a total of 79 movies.
79 movies in 1 year.
Yeah. Bring Her Back, I Know What You Did Last Summer, Bone Lake, Hell of a Summer, and the worst movie he saw was Clown in a Cornfield. The Penn Cinema podcast story.
Did I ever tell you I was hitting up an investor a couple years before I found an investor?
Yeah.
And I told him, and we actually stood out there on Airport Road looking at the field that I wanted to turn into a movie theater. And he goes, Penn, nobody's ever going to come see movies in a cornfield.
I remember when we were building it, people would be like, so what's up the movie theater in a cornfield?
Right. We have a picture of it in the office somewhere. Yeah, right there. You see it?
Yeah.
That's the picture of the field before. We're sitting right in that picture.
Whoa.
If you look closely, you can see David in the picture. All right, so Goonies, Jason, thank you for your top 5. That's great. Next up, we have, I thought for a minute it was Tony Baloney, but I see from the spelling that it's Tony Balonge.
Yeah, it's new. This
is a first-time writer, long-time listener, first-time writer.
Tony Balonge.
Tony Balonge writes in and says, another great podcast, and I just have to say, Penn, when you said you watched Band of Brothers, it brought a tear to my eye. I've watched almost every war movie out there, and that is by far one of the top 3 of all time. For accuracy and staying true to the testimony of all the World War II vets, the 101st Airborne is my Army unit that I served in Iraq with. Along the way, I got to meet and become friends with the heroes from that movie. He gets more serious, but before he gets more serious, before he gets heavy...
He did send a picture.
Oh, I didn't see the picture.
It didn't come through for me, so I thought maybe it might have come
I didn't see the
But
picture.
I have seen it.
Okay. Well, what's the picture of?
It's him with the guys that Band of Brothers is based off of.
Okay.
Or at least one of the guys. Like, he got to meet them at a thing for what unit is it? The 101st.
Yeah. So I'm betting that the picture is probably of him with Dick Winters, who's the main character of the thing. And what I wanted to say, I guarantee you that Tony knows this, but for other listeners who may not know this, the main character for Band of Brothers is Dick Winters, and he has a beautiful memorial at the top in Ephrata, at the top of the Ephrata Warwick Rail Trail. So if you're ever out walking and you see an army guy, a big statue of an army guy charging some field somewhere, it's really cool. And it's especially Band of Brothers is so amazing because it brings to life, like you're a kid growing up in Ephrata, and they're like, oh, that guy Dick Winters was a World War II veteran, and you're like, oh, that's cool. And then you watch Band of Brothers, and you're like, oh shit,
yeah,
this is for real.
I mean, not only have I not heard any of their songs, but as you, a guy who was a young man growing up in Ephrata, it's good to hear how it inspired you. Right.
So then Tony takes a more serious note, and goes on to write. This is Tony Balonge, by the way.
Tony Balonge.
Tony Balonge goes on to write, on a more serious note, I do have to say that Penn making the sound effects for the lightsabers sounded more like me shooting my squirt bottle at my cat. The movie I am most looking forward to in 2026 has to be The Odyssey. I hope they do it right. After that, my honorable mention is Supergirl. We didn't
even mention Supergirl.
How did we not mention Supergirl?
I don't know.
That's my bad because I put that list together. I am excited for Supergirl. I completely forgot it in our whole discussion.
Yeah, me too.
But that's why we got to keep those trailers rolling.
Yeah.
You got to keep that shit front of mind.
Yeah.
Balonge goes right on to say, and this is the highlight of his email, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. The highlight of his email, Balonge goes on to say, I will also say, sitting right next to David Moulton at work has its challenges. What? I think that would be a privilege.
Well, You know, I was knighted Sir Farts a lot.
I've heard that people have competed for the opportunity to work in your vicinity.
Oh, yeah, it's true, too.
Yeah, that's true, too. Balonge goes on to say, David has a small fan that he uses, so I am thinking of bringing in different lunch meats and putting it by his fan to see if he can guess what kind it is. And then maybe trick him by passing gas and seeing what he says.
So the funny thing is,
Go on, tell me.
he's actually done this. He'll bring his bag of lunch meat and put it by my fan, and I get a waft of it. But the thing is it's almost always salami. Like every day, it's just a different version of salami. So it's
Now, please, I beg of you.
yeah,
I'm begging both of you.
yeah.
Please tell me he's not bringing in a sandwich, but it's actually like just a Ziploc bag full of
No,
lunch
it's
meats.
just a Ziploc bag full of sliced salami or like a salami like log like chopped up. He's just snacking.
No,
on
he
the
doesn't
meat.
waste around with the bread.
No,
Right. What are you
Who
gonna do
has
with
time for
bread?
that? It's Tony Balonge.
I make bread. Oh my God.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you'd like to be part of the show, you can write in
Podcast
at Penn Cinema. I'd love to hear from Tony Baloney. I bet he's got something funny to say about all this.
You would think he would.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which brings us to the biggest question of the day.
Yeah.
A lot of people wrote in about this, but I saved it all.
Right.
They all want to know. They say, Penn, what's up with you? Whoa.
Tied it like
Power
a bow.
move. Are you sure you're not an athletic coach?
For a short time, I had KP catch and performance.
Yeah.
Yeah, and KP, we valued rest time.
Or that also stands for Kayla's Pizza, right?
Right. We catch and performance, and we valued our rest. I recruited many athletes.
It's important to take your time.
Right. You don't want to just keep training.
Well, that's ridiculous.
I just trained yesterday.
Yeah, come on. You got to rest.
Yeah, come on.
You have to rest day for your
Everybody
rest
knows
day.
that. I'll tell you what I'm into.
Yeah.
First of all, I should just give a shout out to my friends at Cinema United. Do you know what Cinema United is? Have we talked about this?
I'm sure we have, but
it
remind
used to
me.
be. I'll remind you. It's our professional trade organization of exhibitors.
It used to be NATO.
It used to be NATO, which stood for the National Association of Theater Owners.
Right.
But for a variety of reasons, the board saw fit to change the name, and they changed the name to Cinema United. And I was fortunate enough to participate in a small strategic retreat where I was, and I say this completely genuinely, lucky enough to sit with the leadership of Regal, AMC, Cinemark,
Wow.
a couple other mid-tier, and a small independent theater. And these were the nicest, smartest, most generous, wonderful people. I mean, I didn't want to leave. I mean, it was hard work. We were in lengthy, extended meetings, literally sitting around a conference table. Like, it was hard work. Now, don't get me wrong. We were in Dallas, Texas, where Cinemark's headquarters is, and we were all staying together in the same hotel.
Punking it up.
And we went out to dinner.
5 people a room.
Yep, absolutely. We just had one big long room with rows of bunk beds.
Yeah,
Me and the guy from Regal had a bunk, that type of thing.
Yeah.
And but the one night we went out to a steakhouse, and I tell you, this will go down as a dinner. Like, I don't know if you have this, if it's just me. I can remember my family and I sometimes talk about top 2 or 3 meals we've ever had.
Oh, yeah.
You know, this will be on my list. I mean, it was incredible.
Now, did you guys decide on the new standard of theatrical releases in Greenland? Or?
Right. It was I will say it was. I just told you how I felt about the people in the room.
Yeah.
And then I will also say the conversation was the most interesting discussion and conversation of issues facing the theatrical business. I mean, it was an honor to be in that room. It was an absolute honor. It was fascinating. It was absolutely fascinating.
Here's the question, Penn. If you lost it,
Yeah.
would you kill 3 of your competitors to get back in that room?
What?
You're telling me that you wouldn't feel like you were meant for it? Just like a certain movie you walked out on?
Oh. Well,
You'd gotten the reference if you'd seen the whole thing.
yeah, I don't think I get the reference. I don't think that was funny because the movie was so lame. But I will tell you one thing before I tell you what else I've been up to.
Yeah.
Because I know you appreciate these kinds of stories. We had a lunch break that was an hour.
Oh.
And it was long because everybody in the room had a lot, like we all basically agreed, like, okay, listen, we're here. We all traveled different parts of the country to be here. Let's take it really, really seriously and nobody fuck around on their phones. Don't be checking your email, try to be as present as possible.
Yeah.
And the guys from Cinema United, specifically Lou, but all of them, did a great job of keeping everybody on track. But we all had a lot to catch up, emails to return and, phone calls to return and things to do. And so I felt as though probably about 45 minutes into it, I would have been ready to get back to work. But we had an hour and that's what we took. So about 45 minutes into it, I decided that there was this big balcony outside. So there was the conference room and then there was like a lobby. Now I'm up on the 5th floor of a 5-story building.
Whoa.
But there's like a receiving lobby because we're in the boardroom. And so I go out and step out onto a balcony to get a little fresh air and put my face in the sun and just sort of like, we're across the street from a highway and watching the cars going. I'm like, oh, that's cool, Then I thought, well, let me get a snack and get back in there. Turn around, I'm locked out. So I'm out on the top, basically on the roof of this building, trapped.
Yeah.
Like,
No, did you have your phone?
Thank God I had my phone. And thank God we were on break, so everybody was on their emails.
Right.
So I emailed a couple of the guys, and one of the guys, Michael, came out, and he was laughing. And yeah, no, not Michael. It was Matt that came out, but he was laughing.
Way to give the glory away like that.
Yeah. No, it was a good old Polly.
Yeah.
He came out, and let me back in. Anyway, we had a great trip to Dallas. Speaking of Dallas, I've also been glued like you to the football playoffs.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to give a little shout out to our friend Top 10 Sarah and everyone's favorite sister, both of whom were devastated in the Bears' loss. I know you were watching it and you were really upset.
And nobody was more upset with me than when the game came on.
Yeah. So anyway, I've been watching football, and the real truth, the show that I am obsessed with, because that's actually what's interesting when you ask me what are you up to, is like, it's nice to say what's going on with your life, but if I can share with you, there is a new show that I am literally obsessed with. Like, I'm trying to wrap up this podcast so we can go home and watch it some more. Yeah.
Me. I'm coming over to watch it now.
Yeah, me and Kayla and Amy are watching Traitors.
Okay.
On Peacock. Are you familiar with the show?
No.
So you have celebrities, and then you have B-list celebrities.
Yeah.
And then below that, what do you have, like C or D-list?
Yeah.
So I have I'm talking about D-list celebrities, most of whom are former reality show stars.
Okay.
And they all live in a castle together, and some of them are tapped to be secretly traitors, and the rest are faithfuls.
So it's a reality show.
It's a reality show, and they have to figure out who's who.
Yeah,
and it is freaking hilarious.
Sounds like Blood on the Clock Tower.
It's hilarious and it's addictive because every night the whole group votes somebody out who they think is a traitor. And once they vote him out, the person reveals, yes, I'm a traitor, or no, I'm a faithful. And then when they say, no, I'm a faithful, everybody in the room goes, oh my God, we were wrong. And then at night, the traitors secretly murder somebody.
Ooh.
So you lose 2 players a day.
Yeah.
And it's really addictive because you want to see.
There's a similar type show that I loved. Right. And then I'll tell you about what I'm doing. Because I figured you were going to ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So David, what's up with you?
There was a show that came out in 2000-ish.
The early aughts?
The early aughts. I think it was 2000.
Love the early aughts.
Maybe early 2001.
Yeah.
It was before 9/11.
Okay.
Distinctly.
That's the OG aught.
Yeah. So it was on Fox. It was called, I believe it was called Murder in Small Town X. And it was the first reality show that I really loved. And it basically, they took ex-police officers. Well, maybe they weren't ex-police officers. They took firemen. They took rescue service guys, like all gamut of like, what's that? Not protective services, but like people who are heroes.
Yeah. Like you and me.
Yeah. Podcasters.
Firemen, podcasters, doctors.
And they put them in this town in like Maine or something, right? Like the small town.
Yep.
And they paid like people to not even actors, but like town folk to play along. Like everyone was like paid. And the idea was that there was a murderer in the town. And these people that did like this kind of stuff for life had to solve this crime. And so they were given clues, and every day they had to go out and go to shops and talk to shop owners and like learn about the area. And then at night they'd come back, and it would always whittle down. The leads would always bring them to, there are 2 places that need to be investigated that night. And then they would vote on who they thought should go to what place. And one of the places had a big clue for the next day. And at the other place, the quote unquote murderer would kill the contestant that went out to figure out what it was. And it was great. And they never did it again because the guy that won was a real life hero, a firefighter, and he died in 9/11.
And is that show called Blood on the Clock Tower?
No, that show is called, it was called Murder in Small Town X, but
oh, right.
Blood on the Clock Tower is a current game that people play at home. That's very, it's very much this. Like everyone has their roles.
Gotcha.
You vote somebody out every night.
Have you ever played a dice game called Farkle?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good game, right? It's fun.
I don't remember liking it.
Oh, we loved it.
Yeah.
All right.
So what am I really doing? You know, I thought I was going to lose ER. I told you about that, right?
Yes, you did.
Yeah. Turns out when the clock struck midnight, maybe it's not going away. So I'm in the final season. I'm blasting away. There's not much of it left. I started watching Star Trek Starfleet Academy, and I got to tell you, Penn, this is a big thing. This might be the one that loses me.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I just don't like it.
This could be the end.
Well, for this one at least. The thing is, my thing is not like some people are complaining, oh, it's too woke or whatever. That's not it. The problem for me is that it doesn't look real. They use that volume. You know what I'm talking about? The volume. And so it doesn't look like they're even on a set. And it just like it's like the graphics aren't good enough to just have that be everything. You know what I mean? Like nothing looks real at all. It looks like, reminds me of Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow, that Jude Law movie. And then I saw Marty Supreme.
Oh, how was it?
I think that it's a very, very good movie. I would be shocked if it didn't at least get nominated for stuff.
That's coming up. That's on Thursday.
Yeah. Is it close enough to, does it fall in the right, does it come out in the right time of year to make this one, or will it be next year?
No, it would be this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is one of the things, as soon as it was over, I compared it to, I was like, that felt like it was, there's no breathe room. So like you feel tense the entire movie.
Yeah.
And then I was like, it's just like Uncut Gems, like that. Do you remember?
Yes.
You felt like afterwards it was over, you were just like, oh God, I can breathe.
Yeah.
Turns out directed by the same guy.
Yeah. I don't want to see it.
Yeah, I think that it's, as a movie, it's really, really good. I don't think that I'd really actually recommend it to anyone.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
Like, it's an amazing movie. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm glad I saw it. I'll never watch it again. Yeah. So that's it. All right, next week, look, we're going to be talking about Hamnet.
Right.
And if you want to be a part of the show, the best way to do that is to email us, podcast@penncinema.com. But Penn, if you want to support the show, what's the number one way to do that?
Well, number one way to do it is tell a friend.
Yeah.
But number two way, because you want your friend to trust you.
Yeah.
The number two way is to tell your friend that you have a secret and that you're going to tell him after gym class.
Yeah.
And then after gym class, tell them that your secret is how much you enjoy the Penn Cinema podcast.
Right.
Because people love secrets.
Yeah. And tell them they can't tell anybody.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Tell your friend not to tell anyone.
Yeah.
Listen, I heard something I need to share with you, but don't tell anyone.
Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. Well, say you don't have a friend, you can always tell another friend.
You got us. You got us.
Yeah. All right. Well, once again, for the Penn Cinema podcast, I'm David Moulton.
And I'm Penn Ketchum. Take care and party on.
Thanks for joining us this episode. Our hosts would love to hear from you. To contact the show with your thoughts and reviews, email podcast@penncinema.com. This podcast is a production of Penn Cinema. Escape to the movies at Penn Cinema, featuring crisp digital projection, killer sound, reserved seating, and premium power recliners. With locations in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Wilmington, Delaware, and Huntington Valley, Pennsylvania. Showtimes and tickets available at www.penncinema.com.
Great. Nice. That was awesome.
Good.
Great. I'm happy.
It's a cut.